One. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Matt, aka the Lumberjack Landlord. We've got Mike Zuber here, one rental at a time. Mike, are you ready for segment number 3?
Yeah, this is one of those hot button for me.
Yeah.
I've seen some thumbnails and some other stuff put out by other creators, and I'll say it pisses me off.
Yeah. So if you're wondering what pisses Mike Zuber off, A, call him lucky.
Yeah.
And B, this is a close number 2, which is the American dream being dead. Taking it from a couple of guys that had a pretty humble upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here now, financial freedom, do whatever we want, largely speaking. Your life is nothing but Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about the American dream being dead.
Yeah. I don't know why everybody is in a rush to say the American dream is dead. It seems to be picking up steam.
Mm-hmm.
There seems to be this orchestrated, great reset. You'll own nothing and enjoy it. All this other nonsense that people are using. I'm deeming they're using as excuses to do nothing. I can't get ahead because of some big bad wolf. I can't get ahead because of some German said this or that, Klaus something or other. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you really? You can't get ahead because you're soft and lazy. You can't get ahead because you don't know how to sacrifice. You can't get ahead because you don't want to, house hack and the cheat code to wealth and live below your means, get a couple of jobs. You're holding $1,000 iPhone and you want to talk about, oh my God, you want to, the financial decisions that people make daily are why you can't get ahead.
Yeah.
The fact that immigrants routinely
Yes.
come to the United States with $50 or $100 and are better off than you in a decade should be insulting to your face.
Mm-hmm.
You have every advantage. It is very annoying. And I have family members and close friends who routinely tell me the American dream is dead. I can't get ahead because of this or that. And the amount of people that throw the great reset at me, and again, it plays really well on YouTube, is annoying. So I've actually been playing with creating this video. I'm going to rant and go this direction anyways. So you and I both are sales guys, right?
Yeah. Yep.
We've sold software.
Yep.
So my last 5 years, I was what was called an overlay, right? So basically I took new products or I took acquisitions and integrated it with sales teams. So folks, bear with me. I'm going to explain why the Great Reset plays well and is about to break. So as an overlay sales leader, I owned a quota, but I had no people. I had very little, right? So we're going to simplify this for folks. There was an American sales leader who had 100 people. There was a European sales leader who had 80 people. There was an Asia sales leader that had 40 people. And then there was called a public sector, universities, federal government that had 40 people, right? We're just going to make it very, very simple. Those VPs, SVPs had all the people and they had all the quota for the company. I'm sitting over here with 6 people and I'm supposed to sprinkle this 6 people of goodness across all of these folks. So here's how you do it. In a good time, I am everybody's friend. Great. A new talk. You give me a new reason to call the VP. I get to cross sale. I get to pitch an ELA and I'll add your product in. Everybody wins.
Enterprise license agreement, ELA.
Yeah. Enterprise license, right? Being an overlay in a good environment is a wonderful time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to know the worst time to be an overlay? When a recession hits and nobody's hitting quota.
Mm-mm.
No, you are not getting part of my QBR, quarterly business review. You are not talking to my guys. They're not selling their shit. Why do I want them to sell your shit? You aren't going to get anything. And pretty soon in a recession, that overlay organization gets wiped out because it's overhead with no direct responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
So how does this relate to the Great Reset? Well, the Great Reset is World Economic Forum, I think.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Yep.
This Klaus guy. Klaus is an overlay. just like me in a software organization. In a good market, Klaus gets to go out and talk about all these wonderful things without saying shit, right? I want to make the world a better place. I want everybody to be better. I want he doesn't say dates. He doesn't say any shit, but because the economy's good and there's $9 trillion sloshing around, yeah, everybody kicks in. Yeah, sure. Come to my party. Yeah, man, my reps are killing it. They'll take care of you, blah, 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 blah. And then a recession hits and China gets COVID and shuts down and suddenly is in a deep, dark recession and nobody's buying real estate. Then the US does this. Then there's war over here. Pretty soon, Klaus and his little freaking organization is going to get no love, no extra money. And, it's going to be irrelevant because when the world goes into a recession, we worry about ourselves.
Right.
This World Economic Forum, there's everybody getting along and there's going to be one Uber organization. Are you freaking kidding me? Do you think China and the United States are ever going to agree on anything? Do you think freaking Europe is ever going to agree with Russia? Do you really think all this nonsense is going to happen? The only reason it played is because he never said anything with any dates and it was a good time. So of course, come to my party. Everybody wants the world to be happier and nicer. Of course, we want to take care of everybody. Sorry, folks. Deep, dark recession. Nobody's going to pay attention. Nobody has any extra money. Nobody's going to do that. We are all going to retrench. We are going to be less friendly. Deglobalization goes against everything they're talking about. There is no other currency. There's just that whole pipe dream nonsense crap that people are holding on to is going to blow up when the world doesn't get along. And that's exactly where we are. I hate that stuff. I don't know how I got there off the American dream, but I hate everybody pointing at other nonsense and not doing the damn work. If an immigrant coming here with $50 can bust their ass and in a decade be ahead of you, you should be disappointed in yourself. So there's my rant. I don't know how I went there, but there you go.
I mean, that's pretty good.
All right.
So here's one of the things, being only second generation here is something that, man, my grandparents were brutal. They were not fuzzy grandparents.
How old when they came?
So my grandfather, so they had basically almost just gotten here when he was born, which was 98 years ago.
Okay.
98 years ago. Yeah. So it took them a little bit of time to get through. They're actually from Ukraine, from Odessa, right there on the water. So they're from Ukraine, from Odessa. They actually saw what was going on with the Bolshevik rebellion and what was going to happen there. They actually then, my great grandfather made the decision then to say, we're leaving our home behind. We're leaving our business behind. We are starting to move. And they basically started the trek across the Ukraine.
Can you imagine?
Right.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
The cojones, the guts, the conviction.
Yes.
To leave all of that.
My iPhone upgrade didn't work well.
Oh,
right. Like, so this is the stuff that I look at, which is why I love the fact that you look at Saturday mornings, you look at Sundays with us. There are a lot of names on there that lend itself to making you believe that they are immigrants that are first gen here. And I have the utmost respect because they're coming here to achieve the American dream that many of us don't believe is gone. We know that it's here, but it's just not going to be handed to you. It's a ton of work. But
yeah, let me just say that one more time. So a lot of people will either say the American dream or the American dream is harder.
Harder, sure.
I don't actually think it's harder.
Okay.
I think given technology, the ability to, as you say, to take your side hustle and monetize, you know how many times in my life I had more than one job? Because all I could do was sell hours. That's all I had.
Yeah. Starting at 12, I had more than one job. Yes.
No. I mean, when you're running around with an iPhone and you want to talk about the American dream is dead.
Well, that's the thing is, one of the things that growing up that we learned, and it was hammered on us by my grandpa, hammered, it was, you've got some milk left in that bowl, like that.
Oh yeah.
You're not dumping that down the sink.
It's
And I'm
funny.
like, but I'm finished. No, you're finished when the milk is gone.
Yeah, it's in your
We-
bowl. You eat. Yeah, that's something that I still carry that bag, Olivia.
Yeah.
Like you ever, I don't know what it is. It's a reaction. It's not,
Yeah.
I don't mean it, but Olivia, so Olivia's Asian. I don't know if people know that or not, but she grew up in like family style meals, right? Where you put it in the middle and
Yeah.
you hand out food, right? That's she means, well,
Yes.
you do not put food on my plate, because if it ends up on my plate, I have to eat it.
Yeah.
And I don't, no, it's like, I like just the other day, I like blocked her hand. I'm like, no, I want it. I will get it.
Yeah. And here's the thing. So, I mean, for me, it was a weird lesson at 7, 8, 9 years old. It was a weird lesson, but we never took more than what we were going to eat. We recognized that we were grateful to have what we had, and that I was 16 before we got cable. 16 years old before we got cable, and so it's just one of those things where I think what you said is largely right. There's far too many people that are far too soft. What I love about our country is that people will risk life and limb to get here, to be able to get and just grab onto part of the dream. What I think, and for me, it's always looking through the prism of, my great grandpa took a family, took him, his wife, brother, his wife, and daughter, and started trekking across Ukraine, then through Romania, then to get onto a boat. That voyage, Mike, this whole process took them almost a year. Almost a year to go through all of these different phases.
Just so I don't think I don't know that I could do that today.
I don't think, Mike, I don't think a lot of people could. And certainly not people that start in the US.
Yeah.
Based on what our lives have been, based on the fact that we can literally walk to a kitchen sink and throw it on and it gives us water. Based on the fact that we can walk to our refrigerator and open it up and there's food there. Like, this is something that I think a lot of people need to recognize and be grateful for where you're at. The American dream is not dead. And the proof of that is that people still achieve it every day, but that we have people that risk life and limb to get here just so they have.
Where else do you want to go? Where else do you want to go, folks? I mean, seriously, where else do you want to go? And if you want to go there, go.
Depending on where it is, I'll help you pack.
Yeah. I'm not helping shit.
Depends on who you are. I might help you pack. There's a number of people having a list that I help them pack. No, I think you really need to understand and experience it. These happiness quotients from these other countries. Listen, at the end of the day, you decide whether or not you're going to be happy with your situation. And if you're not, then you need to do something about it and change it. I'm a 9th grade dropout. There was every reason in the world for me to fail. It's only recently become a thing that go into the trades. That's literally in the last couple of years. In the late 1990s, in the 1990s, when I dropped out, I can tell you that was not the sentiment. The sentiment was, you don't go to college, you're stupid, and you're a loser, and you're never going to be anything. I know that because my parents and my family told me.
Yeah, there was a better chance, given the odds, being a 9th grade dropout when you did it, that you would be homeless today than a millionaire.
100%. 100%.
The reason that didn't happen is you owned it, you did the work, and you didn't stop. Every day was hard. And frankly, it should have been. You made a decision that meant the next decade of your life minimum was going to be hard. Mm-hmm. You owned it. You didn't blame anybody.
Yeah. No.
You didn't cry in your milk looking at your iPhone saying that the American dream is dead as you watch YouTube videos.
No, I did not. No, I did not. And again, Mike, if people believe and they want to look at the, lucky side, if that's the case, then every time I walk into a store, I should buy a lottery ticket, because I'd be the luckiest person alive if all of those things broke right for me. Number one.
Yeah. Like I think Gary Vee talks about, the chances of you being a human being are like 1 in 2 trillion. We're all lucky.
Yeah.
What do you do with your luck after that fact?
Absolutely. You still, and so I know a lot of people, certainly we get, some folks that the religious aspect of it, and the religious aspect of it is, it says that God blesses the work of your hands. It doesn't say that as I sit on my butt and do nothing, that he's going to bless me no matter what. Wants me to get off my blessed assurance. So I recommend, no matter what, it makes the day pass if it's only that, but work a plan your work your plan. And the American dream is available as much as it ever has been for those willing to do the work and recognize that they have a lot to learn, a lot to do, but you can do it. You could think,
Yeah.
Mike, I really struggled at second languages. And so many of the folks that watch and subscribe to us, English is their second or third or fourth language.
Yeah, it's Olivia's third. Yeah.
And they're trying to make sense of building business, buying homes, playing in a system that isn't theirs and native to them.
Yeah, they have to double and triple the effort to dig in. Yeah.
So this is definitely a shout out to those folks, because I think the American dream is absolutely not dead. I'm grateful that people like that are coming to our country to make it better, because that's what's going to help America propel through this, is everybody doing their part, playing their role, and trying to reach the next rung.
Yeah. Again, the American dream is not dead. It may be different. It may be, we may have to make different choices. I think the American dream is easier to get, given the technology is out there. I believe every high school student could be financially free by 25. They made the right decisions. I just think a lot of people are soft, right? You walk around with $1,000 iPhone, you get Amazon delivered, you get whatever the food delivery is.
Chipotle.
I mean, come on, people. I mean, really? This is what they were. It's just whatever. It's just, it irritates me. It's a hot button that I need to let go of. And the Great Reset drives me nuts.
I mean, honestly, Mike, from having come from what we've come from, watching parents struggling, paying bills, even as a kid, you feel that pressure, the squeezing in your chest where it's like an elephant sitting on top of you because you don't know what's going to happen. And worse yet, you're a kid, so you can't fix it. Like, the best gift that we could give to our kids was to be there for them, but also make sure that they never felt that. So we did everything we could to make sure it didn't happen for them. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, Mike, tell everybody where they can find you, my friend.
One rental at a time, website, YouTube, all that good stuff. So
hopefully this stuff encourages you guys. If you find somebody that's struggling and believes the American dream is dead, give them hope. Send them this video. People like us make it every single day. Mike and I are a part of people making it every single day, where we've seen people that didn't own any rental properties 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Now they own 10 doors or 20 doors or 30 doors. It's amazing being a part of that journey. Even if it's a small part of that journey, it's amazing being able to participate in that, because we know, based on what our experience has been, that they've literally changed their family's trajectory forever. So hit the like button, please subscribe, but forward this video to friends, forward this video to people that you want to encourage, because it's out there and they don't have the only hard story. We all have our own hard stories and we all have to battle through that to get to the other side. So Mike, thanks so much for taking the time with us. I'll see you tomorrow on the live stream and look forward to that. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe, and check us out, Lumberjack Landlord, on Instagram as well, and our live stream on Sunday, and Mike at One Rental at a Time, his live stream, 8 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. Thanks again, Mike.
You got it.